He's going absolutely crazy because she's cut him up, nearly sort of knocked him off his motorbike. He's chased her for like 20 miles just to go mad at her.
One of these days, I mean, I can only tempt fate for so long, is that, you know, something bad's going to happen to me. I mean, someone would just be with the wrong person. My mother's always saying, Simone, you know, and a few people say to me, you need to calm down because this could end up being fatal.
Simone already has 11 points on her licence and is teetering on the edge of a driving ban. She's asked for the doc's help to calm down.
Oh, don't be a get out of my way.
Why don't you just indicate, you... Come on, move your arse, you idiot.
What do you think when you saw yourself on TV there?
I was pretty ashamed. I didn't like the swearing.
Why do you do that?
Because people just frustrate me on the road. They just don't use the road properly.
What else is a problem about the way that you drive?
I'm aggressive. I guess I annoy a lot of people on the road, but I just feel that at least I use the road correctly and they don't. But yeah, I do react.
Simone's road rage demands close analysis. 2 minutes into her drive with the doc, it's clear she thinks everyone is out to get her. A common trait in road ragers.
Get on the right side of the road. Look at this, she's taking up the whole bloody road.
So why do you think you lose your temper sometimes behind the wheel?
Well, I guess because I'm I'm very impatient. I'm not a person that can just relax and just take it in all the time. I think that has a lot to do with it, the fact that I'm not a very relaxed person.
Where do you think the anger comes from?
I really don't know. But I think my mother can be very similar, and when I'm in her presence I can see where, and that's when I realise I can see where it's all coming from and how the people feel, because obviously originally I wasn't aware of it.
Would you say your mother was quite controlling of
Yeah,
you? You answered almost immediately.
she is. A lot of people pointed out.
Simone admits her anger is increasing with age, and it's starting to ruin her life.
Yeah, I've obviously lost friendships through it.
Yeah. And how has that affected you?
It makes me quite sad in a way. There's one friend in particular who I miss, and she was the one that said we're always angry about everything. But then, you know, I always try and do my best for my friends, and I don't feel I get the same treatment back, and I guess that's what can make me angry.
Well, I haven't seen any road rage as such.
To be honest with you, no one's upset me. I mean, look, the roads are pretty boring.
Simone's hesitation at the lights has left her stuck in the middle of the junction. Her only option is to reverse.
Oh my God.
But of course, it's not her fault.
You were stopping the traffic then, weren't you?
I know, but it was on green. The next thing I know, it was red. That was really weird then.
Well, you were turning, but the lights changed. So suddenly you're in the line of traffic.
I have my dippy moments, as I just did.
Have you ever had accidents?
Yeah, nothing majorly bad.
But silly accidents?
Yeah. Now that me off because you won't have a red light, you poor.
Look again. The driver was right to carry on. Stopping would have caused the car to end up in the middle of the junction, just like Simone's. But she can only see her point of view.
Well, he did shoot the lights on red, which you're not meant to do, and I had like a limited time to get over there, so...
Would you say you were a really skilled driver?
I'd say I'm not a bad driver insofar as... I'm definitely not a dopey driver, generally, apart from I have been today, actually.
You're very conflicting, you know. On the one hand, you're saying you're a dippy driver, next minute you're saying you're not.
Despite her restrained performance, Dr. Dawn has seen enough of Simone to give her a reality check.
One of the things that I found when you were driving was that I suspected that you were trying to disguise your proper driving style, because when we came out you were really fast off the accelerator, you were quick on the brake.
That's why I don't agree with you on that. I think I was aware of you being there, and obviously that comes into my driving, but it just surprises me that after seeing me in other situations that you thought I was fast. When for me that was being gentle and careful.
What I thought was that your driving really wasn't very focused. You weren't really checking where you were going. Like, for example, at that intersection you pulled out, right, and you should have turned when there was a gap, and in fact there was a gap, but you didn't take it. I felt that your decision making wasn't up to speed.
Yeah.
Well, what really worries me is that if your decision making isn't quick enough sometimes, plus you're aggressive and frustrated and you're late for work and you're speeding, you know, a combination of things is really going to be quite dangerous.
Meanwhile, the doc is worried that Yorkshire salesman Harry Hayhurst is not progressing fast enough. She's heard that a failed business has caused his anxiety, and she wants to restore his sense of perspective and his karma.
You're still really, really anxious when you're driving. And you've not been doing your relaxation exercises, have you?
A little bit, but not as frequently as you want me to.
I can see why now you're not changing. It's because you don't think you matter. And you should matter more than anything.
I have got a poor outlook on myself in life. I'll be honest with you, I'm annoyed at myself being so bloody small for a kick-off. It annoys me, but yeah, it sounds silly, but when you're a short house like me, it really is annoying, and I feel inferior.
Do you think this is where the stress is coming from?
It's partly, yeah. You've hit on a good point there, Lisa.
You've been successful at a lot of things, actually, and one of them sitting next door to you.
You've been a successful dad. You're a successful salesman. Oh, Dad, what's the matter?
Oh, just leave it now.
We didn't have to do that. It just gets me.
Well, perhaps this is what needs to make you realise.
God.
Get the things that are closest to you. Come on.
I think it's great that you've got Vicky to help you day to day, because that's what really counts. So can you take that home with you this time and really start thinking, I do matter, I do want to change, and I'm going to give it my best shot. Yeah?
In Warwickshire, Simone is on her way back from the airport with her mum, Cleo, who's flown over for a visit. The jacket will tell you that Cleo's no stranger to speed either.
I'm a thrill seeker, absolutely. I mean, that's been my life. I get bored so easily. And I suppose Simone is just like me. I'm not a very tolerant person, out of the car and in the car. And I suppose it's kind of rubbed off.
Cleo has a collection of road rage stories all of her own, like the time someone tried to cut her up.
In the set, I was gone after the guy, got him at the first stoplight. I got out, ran round, just punched him in the side of his head so hard. It just made me feel so much better. And he was so shocked, he just drove off quickly, he didn't know what I was going to do next.
No wonder then that Simone has grown up to be a road rager. A family trait, but can Dr. Dawn undo it? 42-year-old Essex cabbie Peter Williams is the doctor's other challenge this week. Cockney cabbies are renowned for their chirpy chatter, but Peter's passengers, cowering in the back, get much more than they bargained for.
So you know the lorry has come across off from the other side. Got stopped him from going there. Ow. Idiot. Well done, mate. Well done. Well done. There we go. 640, please.
Peter sees absolutely no problem with his driving.
My driving, I would say, is spot on. So if everyone could drive like me, this will be a safe place to drive.
Not everyone measures up to Peter's high standards, but he's happy to let them know.
Idiots! I start banging the wheel, my windows come up and I start swearing, signs. I've got out of the car before. It's horrible. Well, put your indicator on, mate. I know you're coming out. Sometimes I don't realise I'm doing it though. I really don't, because when I get back in the car, after a few incidents I've had before, I've got back in the car and I thought, and my arm a bit shaky, and I think, well, why have I done that? Why don't I just pull away?
Wife Jane wants Peter to calm down. She worries about him being attacked and the example he's setting the kids.
Probably the worst instance has been when Peter's argued with a car and they've actually followed us. for quite a way, and the children were in the car as well. I just don't like the shouting anyway.